Level 1, the Chinpira. You are 18. Nobody recruits you with a speech. One evening outside a Pachinko parlor in Kobe, a man in a dark suit buys you a canned coffee and asks your name. He hands you a cheap flip phone, one contact saved under Nii-san, and one instruction. If a patrol car turns onto the street between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m., call and say nothing else. You are paid 15,000 yen a week in an apartment where your mother cleans offices before dawn. That changes everything. You tell yourself it is temporary. 3 weeks in, Nii-san calls you directly. Good eyes, quiet mouth. By the second month, you are collecting envelopes from a noodle shop without asking why. A Chinpira is the lowest, most disposable rank, easiest to recruit, and easiest to discard. Your teacher asks why you've stopped coming after lunch. You say you have a job. That night, you count the bills on your futon and tell yourself you'll stop once you've saved enough. You are still telling yourself this at 21. Level 2, the Kumicho. You are 21. A senior member drives you to a warehouse behind a scrapyard. 9 other young men sit on folding chairs. No introductions. You are handed a baton and told to watch. Japan's strict firearms laws make guns rare, so the real weapon is presence, posture, silence. The ability to make a debtor's hands shake without raising your voice. You learn to knock 3 times, no more. You learn to sit in someone's living room for 40 minutes while they find money that doesn't exist. On your 3rd week, you accompany 2 seniors to collect protection payment from an izakaya owner. He cries. Nobody touches him. He pays. You receive 90,000 yen a month and your first tailored suit. Your first solo assignment. Stand outside a members-only club until dawn, turning away wrong faces. You don't ask what's inside. On your 5th week, a Kumicho from another crew stops showing up. His jacket is redistributed. No explanation. You understand what the training prepared you for. Not intimidation, patience. Level 3, the Shatei. You are 25. You don't apply. You're selected. A Shatei watched you defuse a dispute with 2 sentences and a long silence. He pulls you into his circle and teaches you consequence, not force. You learn of yubitsume, the ritual severing of a finger joint as formal apology for serious failure documented in Yakuza history for generations. You are never asked to perform it, only to witness it once. Your first real assignment: recover a debt from a director who stopped answering calls. You watch him for 3 days, learn his 1 unguarded hour, and resolve it in 4 minutes. He pays in full. That night, an envelope appears in your mailbox. No note. The silence is the acknowledgement. You handle 11 disputes this way over 2 years. You don't drink before work. Your senior told you once, the men who disappear are the ones who confuse fear with respect. You call your mother twice a month and tell her you work in real estate consulting. Before we go further, comment which rank surprised you most. Hit like and subscribe. We upload every single day. Level 4, Cell Leader. You are 30. A regional Oyaban calls you into his front company's back office. You now oversee 7 men, their assignments, their debts, their mistakes. If one steals, it starts with you. Within a minute, you understand. This isn't a reward. It's a transfer of liability. 2 of your men are solid. 1 drinks too loud. 1 is impulsive. 1 is eager and young. 1 is quiet and reminds you of yourself at 21. You keep him close. 3 weeks in, the impulsive one draws a weapon on a shop owner during a routine collection. The owner survives, shaken. You file your own report and reassign the man 2 prefectures away, telling him it's an opportunity. He believes you. You don't track what happens after. The drinker calms down. Within days, groups find their level once 1 disruptive element is removed. You now oversee 3 neighborhoods of protection payments, vehicles, and communications. You sleep in short stretches. Level 5, District Oyaban. You are 35. Your Shima is a mid-sized Osaka Nightlife strip, not large enough to draw national attention, dense enough with bars and contracts to matter. You set the protection rate for every business inside your border. Money flows upward, a share returns to you. You run a legitimate construction consulting front and shake hands with the local merchants association. The economic officer knows exactly who he's shaking hands with, but the ground is shifting. In 2011, all 47 Japanese prefectures enacted exclusion ordinances barring designated members from bank accounts, apartment leases, and phone contracts, quiet legislation that damaged the old structure more than any raid. 2 of your lookouts are dropped by their banks the same month. You request more manpower. What returns is 2 words: hold position. You trust fewer people and sleep less. The bosses, who last generate the fewest problems that rise above them. Level 6, the treasurer. You are 40. You no longer manage streets, you manage systems, the connective tissue between district operations and regional command. You live in an ordinary apartment outside Nagoya. Neighbors know you as an accountant. Your real work? 3 construction firms moving payments through contracts that don't quite match labor performed, and intermediaries converting cash into real estate income. You haven't collected a debt in 6 years, but you now hold more financial detail than almost anyone below leadership, which makes you catastrophic if it leaks. One intermediary misses a scheduled transfer. Then, again, his phone goes dark for 2 days. When it reactivates, the voice isn't his. You freeze 2 accounts and file a compromise report within the hour. 3 days later, confirmation. A financial crimes unit picked him up. Your name wasn't in his file. You change the account structure again. Level 7, assistant to the underboss. You are 45. You coordinate across 4 districts spanning 2 prefectures, including corridors feeding the Nagoya and Kobe ports. Your schedule has no fixed pattern protocols built from watching what happened to men who kept one. The Yamaguchi-gumi's lineage traces to 1915, founded by Harukichi Yamaguchi as a Kobe dockworkers organization. You now operate inside architecture you didn't build. You receive parameters, not orders, and translate them into district-level action. A district oyabun beneath you has been underreporting his returns, small in one quarter, doubled the next. You flag it upward. A council convenes. The oyabun is summoned. No formal statement is issued to the room. Authority here is borrowed from above and below, simultaneously, and the organization always recalls what it's lent. Level 8, Senior Advisor. You are 50. Only 3 or 4 men hold your rank. The top is deliberately fragmented, so no single arrest collapses the whole. You translate the boss's strategic direction into organization-wide action. You haven't appeared in a photograph in over a decade. Your wife and son live under a different surname. You see them twice a year. A retired police contact once mentioned a file with your name inside an active organized crime unit's records. You've never seen it. It occupies your mind between 2 and 4 in the morning. In 2015, the Yamaguchi-gumi split into rival factions, triggering years of quiet violence. The press called a modern gang war. A fellow advisor chose the wrong faction and was arrested at a checkpoint. His photo ran nationally within a day. Within 48 hours, you deactivate every shared channel and rebuild from scratch. You feel nothing resembling grief, only the same functional urgency that's kept you alive for 3 decades. Level 9, Kumicho of a sub-organization. You are 55. Your designation appears in restricted police bulletins. You haven't been clearly photographed in 15 years. You approve major strategic decisions, territorial shifts, signals to rival syndicates. Membership across the Yakuza landscape has shrunk for decades under the exclusion ordinances, banks and landlords legally required to refuse members outright. You've pushed further into legitimate-looking fronts because the old visible symbols of status have become liabilities. You trust 4 people in the world. 2 are relatives. 1 you've known since 21, holding a baton for the first time. The 4th is a lawyer you haven't met in person in 8 years. You sleep well most nights. That fact disturbs you more than anything your decisions have authorized. Level 10. The retired boss. You are 60. One morning, your driver doesn't arrive. Your encrypted line produces no response for 6 hours. An unfamiliar number sends one line: rest now. Nobody moves against you directly. You're too senior, too embedded, holding too many details. A quiet removal is cleaner than a loud one. You're relocated to a property in rural Gifu, staffed by men whose loyalty belongs to whoever authorized the arrangement. Your accounts go dormant. Contacts stop responding. Your successor is briefed using your routes, your protocols. He doesn't reach out. There's no version of this where he would. You still wake before dawn and walk the perimeter each morning. You were 18 outside a Pachinko parlor with a borrowed flip phone. You became an enforcer, then a manager of men, then a financial system, then a name in a restricted file, then a liability. Each promotion felt like advancement. Each one narrowed the exits. The organization doesn't punish failure, it punishes visibility. Removal isn't punishment, it's maintenance. You were never climbing, you were being moved into position. And position, in the end, has always been temporary.